Welcome to Crypto News. That's not the name. What's the name? Welcome to Crypto FLUX, Episode 1, the Quixotic Flux YouTube series about cryptocurrency news, blockchain, innovation, anarchy, decentralization, how the world is moving away from the power structures that have largely dominated human existence, governments, large businesses. That shit is losing power. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, blockchain, and many of them, including some of my favorites, Library, Steam, Music Coin, there's all kinds of cool ones out there, taking the power back and making this happen. So this video is sponsored by Library. I'm going to try to put the logo there, but if it's not there, imagine it's there. Library, lbry.io. That's the website, lbry.io. Library, no vowels. I think one of the R's is missing. Don't think about it too hard. You know what I just said, lbry.io. Get the app, download it. My content, all the videos are on there. Also, very active Discord community. I hang out there. It's one of the best opportunities to network within the blockchain space. I truly, truly believe Library will be one of the most important blockchains of 2020, and now's the time to get in early. So they are a sponsor. Huge shout out to them. Thank you. They have not given me any terms. I am going to say exactly whatever I want. If I ever have a criticism of Library, I will still say it. However, right now I am just genuinely excited and grateful, very happy to be teaming up with them as a sponsor for this series. So please check out that app and join us in Discord. All the links are right at the top of the description. Hell yeah. Let's get on to the news. This is a series about what is happening in the crypto world. It is designed to be simultaneously very fun and at least mildly informative. My goal is to basically say the funnest, most interesting story I can find each episode, but to always say accurate facts. So it'll be funny, it'll be silly, a little bit memey, a little bit ridiculous, but I want to always try to be accurate. So you can kind of trust me. If I say a thing, that means that I believe it is true. I'm not like making shit up. That's the key. Today's story is just bonkers. It's crazy. What is it even? The title I was thinking about: did this crypto CEO just fake his death to steal $180 million? Did that happen? American dollars. The answer is, according to the most reputable sources, Coindesk.com, a very careful news source, not at all a tabloid. That's a very serious source. Coindesk.com reported that there is suspicion of the guy having faked his death and that it's possibly true. So we have a very legitimate news source saying this is a reasonable conspiracy theory. It's not just out on the fringes. This is very real. Let me tell you about this story. Let me get my laptop. Got it. So let's find out. Let's find out what is going on. Eventually I'll get a screen share. Well, I'll have articles on the screen. Today, we're going to keep it real simple. Going to Coindesk.com. This story is crazy. The exchange came out of a Canadian... What am I trying to say? It's a Canadian exchange. The name of the exchange, I'm going to look it up. It's Quadriga CX. Quadriga CX. And this is an exchange that I never even heard of. I pay a decent amount of attention. I'd never heard of it. There's a lot of exchanges, though. Exchanges are just places where you go to trade cryptocurrencies. Oh, here's some Bitcoin. Give me some Ethereum. Stuff like that. Here's some Litecoin. Can I please have some Tron? Stuff like that. There's a lot of them. They're not very interesting. A few of them have interesting features, but once you've looked into a few of them, they're all kind of the same. At least they're easy enough to analyze that you don't end up... I haven't tried to memorize them all, so I have no idea. The crux of the issue is that this guy... So there's two facts that are really important here. Any exchange should have a multi-key system. That means if there's $100 million in cryptocurrency storage, multiple copies kept in cold storage, they are air-gapped. So no internet connection, no connection to any devices whatsoever, just a hard drive disconnected from the entire world, unable to communicate data to or from itself with all the token information on it, in a vault, locked away, with a multiple key system, meaning that at least 2 out of 3 or at least 3 out of 5 people all have different keys and they have to come together and put their key in at the same time. Like you might imagine the nuclear codes, right? There's the nuclear football an American president walks around with. The president says yes, they need the codes. If they don't have the codes, they can't do it no matter what. That's how every exchange should work. It should be built in so that if some shenanigans happens, no one or even 2 people should ever be able to access the funds on their own. It should require institutional agreement. with backups and like a million different backups in case everyone dies, in case the whole building blows up. There should still be a way to get those funds from some equally safe backup source. I'm going to avoid all the annoying details, but this is completely possible. This is not even that difficult. By big business standards, this is a very simple thing. This is the first job of any exchange. In the case of Quadriga CX, supposedly, now we're going to get to what might have actually happened, but let's start with what supposedly happened. So I'm reading right off of Coindesk.com. Again, very, very reputable source, very careful, not a tabloid. This is a source that I personally do trust. I trust this more than some of the, I trust Coindesk more than CNN, more than Fox News. Coindesk is good. Definitely, I'm going to hold off. I want to call out some shitty ones, but I'm going to hold off. some sketchy publications in the crypto world. Anyway. It reads as follows. Quadriga CX, the Canadian cryptocurrency exchange, made headlines the world over last week when it announced that it was trying to get credit to cover the money that it had lost, $130 million or more. So $130 million, I think that's Canadian dollars. So this, American dollar is worth about 33% more. So I'm just going to talk using Canadian dollars now. So $130 million. The reason they're looking for this is because the founder and CEO, Gerald Cotton, died of Crohn's disease while in India. However, this is the exact sentence from Coindesk. Again, very, very repeatable source. Fears that the exchange may be insolvent or running a scam, straight from the Coindesk article, fears that they might be running a scam were exacerbated by the announcement of the CEO's death in India. So there were already reports of it being maybe a scam, concerns. After this, the CEO dies in India of Crohn's disease, a very serious disease. One of my close friends has Crohn's disease. The drummer from Auto Catalytica, part of the Quixotic crew. Super serious, no denying that. However, the death out of nowhere in a different country with vague information, kind of interesting. So after weeks of poor communication, including the website going offline entirely, the exchange announced it was filing to try to get credit and save everything. So Coindesk compares this to the Mt. Gox scandal, which is when I think over $100 million of Bitcoin were stolen. A large amount, a large percent of the total Bitcoin was stolen all at once. One of the worst things that ever happened. And you can look into that on Google. There's a lot of great stories about it. I don't have any content on that one, but there's a lot of people who have told that story. Search MTGOX, Mt. Gox theft or whatever, and you'll find it. So what are the facts? We know factually, here are some things that are not disputable, and this is all coming out of Coindesk. I'll link the article in the description. I'm definitely kind of going through the article, so all credit to Coindesk. Let me throw this out there. The writer, I'm going to try to pronounce this. My apologies if it's wrong. Nikhilesh Day and Anna Baidakova. Awesome reporting from both of them. Huge shout-outs. I got to follow both of you on Twitter. I might do that. Anyway. The facts, the actual facts, so undisputable facts. Quadriga owes a lot of money. They owe about 115,000 people approximately 190 million Canadian dollars. And the CEO's widow, Jennifer Robertson, claims that no one else knew how to access the reserve. So the only person who could access the money was the CEO of the exchange. That is that's about 190 million Canadian dollars, which one person has access to, and if that person does anything to disappear, the money is completely inaccessible from everyone else. So everyone who invested and put money in this exchange did not do their due diligence or were lied to, one of the two, and allowed their money to be held by a single person who said, "It's cool, guys. It's cool, pals. I got $200 million in my vault. Don't worry, I got your money. No one else. Just trust me. Just trust me." This is obviously not the way business should be done. It is abysmal. No way. So lesson number one from this, if we're going to do lessons, be very careful about where you put your money. It's all the rage to insult centralized services in blockchain, like, oh, don't use Coinbase, they're centralized. Coinbase is probably the safest place to keep your money if you have no idea what you're doing. Just go put it in Coinbase. If you have less than $10,000 and you're not running a business off of it all, you can easily, safely keep it in Coinbase, especially assuming that's a very small percent of your income. Don't keep a large percent of your income, but if 1% of your income or your net worth is in crypto, Coinbase is going to be fine. Don't go using some sketchy ass exchange and getting scammed just because you're like an anarchist. Like, your personal beliefs are cool, but the safest place for now is pretty clearly either Coinbase or your own hard drive. If you have the technical know-how to go one step further, put it on your own hard drive, use a 2 of 3 key solution, put it in a vault, give your best friend a copy to put in their vault, whatever it is. Your lawyer has a code, work it out. don't just put your money in an exchange unless you are actually willing to lose it. Like all the money I have in my Steam account, all the tokens I ever leave in my library account or on any exchange, I am prepared for that to completely disappear. I am not relying on any of it. Nowadays, I don't even cash out tokens for tax reasons. It's too complicated. I just let them sit there, keep them safe, password protected. I keep it pretty, I change a few details when I'm talking about my security. I'm not going to even tell you exactly what I do for obvious reasons. But like, I'm ready for it all to disappear if it has to. That is all extra. And the day that it's like a significant chunk of my net worth is the day that it must be secured as safely as any, I have to like spend several days doing that. So you do too. If you have any amount of serious money in crypto, security should be the first and basically only concern until it's completely solved. And then so the other thing is the exchange has some fiat money, some regular non-cryptocurrency money, but that is all tied up after a well-documented legal fight with a different bank, the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. Basically, long story short, that bank is saying, yo, we can't get a single other person on earth to vouch for you, so we can't send you your money. Like they are holding like something like $53 million, it says, and they're literally just like, yo, this was yours, but you owe other people 200 million-ish, and we're not going to give you this shit unless someone else puts their name on it, like outside of your company. And not a single soul on the whole earth is willing to do so because it doesn't look good. So to conclude, they have 30 days to basically fix this. The exchange, Quadriga, whoever is involved, I don't know who's exactly responsible. Is it the widow? Is it other members of the company? I don't know. All I know is they have 30 days. There is no clear evidence if there's any backups, any cold wallets. So if there's any way of getting the money back, what's the deal with the wallet that the CEO was using? Where is it? How is it designed? Who can access it? No one knows. There is an encrypted laptop that the CEO was supposedly using, but no one has been able. It says a security expert has been hired and has not been able to crack into it. That's all we know. So laptop encrypted, supposedly no one can get into it. Kind of sketchy. People are pretty good at getting into shit if they need to. Like professional hackers, like white hat pro hackers, they can get into almost any computer. They can like read the bits off of the physical hard. They've like figured everything out. So that's interesting. Moral of the story: did this guy actually die? There's a death certificate, but it's not from the hospital he died at, and none of the institutions are willing to confirm. The government has not, the government issued this death certificate one time. No one has been able to get in touch with anybody to get any official confirmation from the government or from any hospitals involved, other than the initial report in December 2018 where they said he died and that was it, but there was no death certificate yet. So basically, there is no hard evidence. If the Coindesk article is comprehensive and up to date as of right now, February 7th, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, Raleigh, North Carolina, as of now, to the best I can tell, there is no evidence that this guy is actually dead. And it seems to make a lot more sense that if he had all the money on one wallet and no one else had access to it, and then he was no longer in his home country, and then he died with sketchy evidence, and now $200 million are gone, would someone fake their death to steal $200 million? Like, is that the kind of thing that would happen? Yes. Like, if anyone has ever faked their death, this is the kind of thing they would do. They would do it to take $200 million, cash it in, start a new life. Maybe this dude hated his life, he got all his money together, and it was wrong as fuck, no justification, but maybe he just hated everything and left. Who knows? All I know is it's a crazy story. To think that it appears that the most likely thing that has happened is that a major cryptocurrency exchange holding $200 million in tokens has been thieved by the CEO. The money has been stolen. The CEO has faked his own death in India after leaving his native country of Canada and is now on the lam with $200 million of tokens. Actually, I think it's like $180 million in tokens, and then there's $70 million of real money that's locked up in a bank that no one knows what to do with. Did the CEO of what's it called? I keep forgetting this thing's name. Quadriga. Did the CEO of Quadriga CX steal $200 million and fake his own death? My personal guess is that yes. Yes, he did. If I'm wrong and this dude's actually dead, I'm really sorry. I would never do this kind of story about like a random person who had a thing happen. Like, I would never dox somebody. This is a public figure, and there's a lot of evidence. So, could be wrong, and if so, my deepest condolences to everybody. That would suck if some dude went off to India, had a heart attack, died, or whatever, Crohn's disease, however that worked out. That would be really, really sad. It seems extremely unlikely that that's what happened. So, I don't know. But that's the end of crypto news number 1. There was some other stuff I was thinking about talking about, but we're already like 15 minutes in almost. So I was going to talk about Jack Dorsey, CEO of Twitter, real quick. He voluntarily jumped in and joined a chain of transactions called the Bitcoin Torch, the Lightning Torch. It's a new technology they're trying to build into Bitcoin that could help to make it so that transactions are cheap and fast. Instead of taking an hour and costing $1, they could cost a penny and happen in microseconds. That's the idea. They're trying to fix Bitcoin, basically. Jack Dorsey threw some money onto this little voluntary chain. It's like a $100 transaction that a bunch of people have added money to basically prove the technology works. So kind of cool. Major CEO. His company, Square, I think has a thing called the Cash App. Haven't looked too deep into it, but you can buy Bitcoin on it. So definitely institutionally building some support. So shout out Jack Dorsey, even though I'm not saying, I know there's been some controversy around Twitter lately, but whatever. Lastly, Steam, Twitter is off the charts. Steam and Library, but especially Steam. Hashtag Steam, STEEM. There's a ton of conversation going on. So if you're on Steam, get on Twitter. Follow me at HeyMattSokol. And it is worth jumping in. I've been sharing my opinions, having some spirited but healthy debates, some respectful debates with people. Overall, I do think Steam is still full of a lot of false hype, and I don't really have a good long-term opinion of it. But it's fun to talk about stuff, and since I am posting on Steam Twitter, it's kind of like a hotbed within the crypto Twitter community. So join us there. And what else? And also don't forget about our sponsor. As I mentioned earlier, this video sponsored by Library, LBRY.io, linked in the description. Also, leave a comment, send me a message anywhere, and I will email you a personal invite. This is one of my favorite blockchain services, one of the best places any artist can go to start to build a foundation for the future of the digital economy. Library is what's up. I am very excited to have their sponsorship. I'm very grateful for their support, and I'm genuinely super stoked. I want people to join us in Discord and download the app, so please do so. Let me know what you're thinking, and if you're holding back, if you're like, maybe, let me know why you aren't doing it, and I'll try to convince you, because Library is worth checking out. In 2020, I think Library will be the most important blockchain content platform, period. And if you get in 2019, you'll be one of the early ones, just like I was on Steam. It's happening again. I said it was Steam. It happened. No one listened to me. It's happening again. This time it's Library. Do it from the beginning and join me, and let's build a new income stream so we can all get a little closer to finally not ever needing to think about getting a job again. I work 15 hours a week at a job right now. I'm going to get that down to 0 pretty soon with other income. And if you're looking for something like that, Library. It's an opportunity, not an investment opportunity. Don't throw your money at shit you don't understand. Just like download the app, give it your attention. It's an opportunity to invest your intention. All finances aside, put your attention here, put some content on there, meet the people, you'll love it. So hell yeah, shout out Library, shout out you. Thanks for watching. This has been a great episode. The first episode, I have a 6-episode contract with Library as a sponsor, so we're definitely going to do at least 6 of these, and then we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments and the likes, and please share this video if you want to see more crypto content. The results of the first 6 episodes will somewhat determine what comes next. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, and until next time, this is Quixotic Flux, Matt Sokol here, the man, the myth, the legend, signing off.